That's a good point. Well, we've got about, I'm given indication about 5 more minutes. So let's try and carry this point and then try to wrap it up. I suppose in the ideal situation, and that's what Azlan said, the ideal world, talent is discovered as early as 11, like Lionel Messi, Ashma, with a wonderful leg. Barcelona went to his home, took him and took care of him and cured his Ashma. And then the sports association in that kind of country, in that kind of civilized concept, they run the national teams, they run the performance teams, but they allow the clubs to manage that way. And kids are given a good pension system. That don't worry, when you retire, there'll be a lot of money for you. And that's where commercialization comes in. So that's why we suggested the idea perhaps it's time for us to have a real corporate-like sports association system. And at the same time, the athletes cannot just always blame the sports association. You have to look inwards. What must we do? What must we improve? And then one of it is, of course, to have a union, which is not really to challenge, even though I asked the question, to challenge, but for marketing purposes. So let's say if Azlan is our team leader and goes out and wants to market bell cream for all male athletes with his hairstyle, sure can get. Sure can, you know? And the business will be about a few million ringgit. So the money can be channeled down to the athletes. So union can do that. So that's would be the ideal situation in Malaysia. And I think that's, if we can agree that that is something we can aspire towards, then we can all work towards that. We can work towards that area. And that's where, for sports law comes in to ensure that you comply. Contracts are done fairly. Just like sports, you always want to win the game fairly. And you want to lose it fairly. But, so the same thing applies for contracts, for intellectual property, to protect your image, to have dispute resolutions which is done properly. So that's what we would like to aspire to be. That's actually where Richard Wee is trying to push this agenda through, to change the way we look at sports law, which will then push sports towards a more commercial and corporate style, money-making, everyone make money kind of situation. But before I close, I really want the athletes to have a last say. So can I first invite the ladies and then let Azlan have the final say. Anything, Sharon, to say about this?
First of all, I would like to thank Richard Wee and all the sponsors and Pusubijaya Sukan, because I think this is a very good seminar to make everybody aware and realize about sports law, especially the athlete, being a former athlete and also now an athlete myself and also a coach. In reality, I think currently top athletes or even national athletes are ignorant about sports law, about their right. So it's time, maybe Richard Wee comes out with something. And also there are a few questions that I think a lot of athletes want to know. Of course, for themselves, why do I need sponsorship? Being an athlete, sports contract means all about money. Sports contract, sports sponsorship. Then where do I go? And who will advise me? And what do I want? I think all these questions are very important for us, and we hope that association, even KBS, Pusubijaya Sukan, and Richard Wee and any other lawyers will come in and help all of us.
Don't know whether they can help. Very small firm in here.
Okay, I'd like to thank Richard Wee as well for inviting me to this conference. I think this is a good conference as well, because current and past athletes can voice out what should be done, what challenges we are facing, so the associations will know as well.
Thank you. Azlan?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to thank Richard Yip and Sports Commercial's Office for the joint effort. I think it's overdue.
LexisNexis.
I was going to get that. And LexisNexis, Ms. Vivian's here. But I also think that, sports in the country is evolving. It's always been being pushed as a national agenda for a lot of reasons. But I think it's the little details that do count. The little things that actually matter. All these little things actually make up an individual, you know, and if an athlete in Malaysia has enough confidence to carry him or herself, you know, I really think that would actually also help with their performance in sport, because most of our athletes are very inwards, and they got very low self-esteem, you know. So I think it's really important for everyone to know their rights, and also for them to know theoretically what they can work with and how they can push forward. And if anything, the consolation in Malaysia is the winner. So yeah.
Thank you very much. So we will come to the end of the session. I can hear your stomach growling from the back. Lunch is coming soon. I would like to thank all the questions and answers that we had. I'm going to pass the mic back to the MC, and I'll catch up with you for lunch later. But before I go, I just want to share with you that we have plans to hold another forum, probably on drugs and how the rights of the athlete and association when athletes get caught for drugs, if you get caught for drugs. And the other area we're looking at doing is tax and sports law. I think the current speakers that we have, still we will call back Dr. Jadi. Go for you. So please watch out for that, and I hope if you have any feedback for us, can you please inform us so that we improve and make sure the next forum become better. Thank you very much.